Om Bhadram Karnaibhi Shrunuyama Devaha Bhadram Pashyemakshabhiryajatraha Sthirairangaistuštuvagam Sastanubhihi Vyashema Devahitam Yadayuhu. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Let us pray together. We offer our salutations to the all-loving being who endows all beings with consciousness. We meditate on the Lord, who is the origin of the universe. Lord, thou abidest in all, thou art all, thou assumest all forms, thou art the origin and goal of all. Thou art the self of all, thou art existence, knowledge, and bliss. Salutations unto thee. May the world be peaceful, may the wicked become gentle, may all creatures think of mutual welfare, may their minds be occupied with what is spiritual and abiding. May our hearts be immersed in selfless love for the Lord. Peace, peace, peace be unto all. Let us close our eyes. All the forms have disappeared as far as the sense of vision is concerned. Imagine all sense organs also are shut. Ears are shut. The tactonic sense is shut. Smell, taste, all are shut. Nothing. Is experienced. But there is the One, devoid of all specifications. The One who expresses as forms when projects through the sense of sight, projects the sounds, when comes out of the organ of hearing. Appears as soft or hard, hot or cold, rough or smooth. When expressed through the sense of touch, so also through the sense of taste and smell. The varieties, they emerge and merge, born and die. But that which expresses is ever there. It cannot be negated. That is the reality of negator as well. This unnegatable one is the source of all life, source of existence, source of bliss and knowledge. That is to be sought after, that is to be known. Om. Peace, peace, peace. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. That transcendental reality is perfect. This immanent universe is also perfect. The perfect emerges from the perfect. When the immanent universe is taken away, what remains? That too is perfect. Peace, peace, peace. Dear friends, today's topic is about a question that is raised very often in Vedanta and even in many other philosophical discussions, and has been asked from time immemorial, that is there anything real? We see all these forms. When we discern, we see that they come and go. Is there any reality to it? Or it is all just emptiness, zero? Has this, what we consider sometimes emptiness, is that emptiness has any reality? Or it is all zero, nothing? Is it? Then if it is all nothing, is there any meaning to life? Is there any meaning to all the ideas of progress, all the ideas of morality? If there is nothing real, then even these things also are unreal. And many in modern times, you see, the atheists are there. Scientific atheists. The scientific atheists, they say there is nothing beyond these forms. You may say that these forms are changing, they may not be real, okay. But there is nothing like God who is real then. Everything is zero. What is called in philosophical language nihilism. That it is all zero, nothing is. And sometimes Vedanta is thought to be a nihilist philosophy, that nothing is real, nothing exists, all forms, they come and go. That is what Vedanta says, that this world is all Maya, not real. But Vedanta tells about or speaks about Maya only to show the fleeting transitoriness of all the forms, all these things which appear and disappear. About that, it is told that they are not real. They have something behind them. Behind in the sense, not that there is a mountain and then there is a town behind the mountain. Not that these are real and then behind these there is something. No, in and through all these, it is that one is manifesting. Because of our attention on all the visible or in a way experienceable forms, we see that there is nothing apart from the forms. And so there is nothing to the world. It is all zero. We just say something about it. There is this story of a painting exhibitions, and one painting, so-called, was put there. It was just a blank canvas. And it was said that this is a futuristic painting. It was just blank canvas. And it was then somebody asked the artist who was standing there to explain, hey, what is this picture about? Oh, this is the grass being eaten by cow, grass eating cow, that is the picture. Oh, where is the grass? I don't see the grass. Oh, it has been eaten by the cow, The cow has already eaten that grass. And then where is the cow? Oh, after eating the grass, why is that cow going to wait there? It has also gone. So, it is just a blank canvas. So, Vedanta appears to be like that. Everything is gone in the various Vedantic discussions. It is told, come on, let us look for the self. The Atman. Atman is hidden behind all these appearances. But let us try to find out. One method is taken up, that what is called a neti neti, not this, not this. That it is, see, is it body? Okay, no, Atman cannot be body, because Atman should be unchanging, the body changes. Atman is the perceiver, body is perceived. So, Atman cannot be the body. Okay, so use now this principle that whatever changes is not Atman. Then is mind Atman? No, the mind also changes, and so it cannot be. Then is the ego Atman? No, the ego is also same, changes, can't be Atman. Then would you say Atman does not exist? All these that we could think of, that is not Atman. Then the conclusion comes like that, that Atman does not exist. So, it becomes very difficult for the sages who are actually experiencing in our common language, seeing Atman. They are confident, more confident than what we see as this and that and that. We may say chair exists, the people sitting on the chair exist, this hall exists. More than that, they are confident that the Atman is. But now to tell an ignorant person or an ordinary person who is just habituated to see the changing forms as real, to that person how to explain this truth about Atman is a very challenging thing. And not only in Vedanta, you will see in all other disciplines also, like Christianity, Judaism, Buddhism, Taoism, these are, or Sufism, these truths are very difficult for people who are attached to the senses and mind to perceive, to examine, to appreciate the transcendental truth. Because it transcends our the instruments of perception. We have attached the instruments of perception to us, and we are so addicted to them that we feel that these instruments, what they show is real. And on that we build our so-called science and technology, on the basis of what we see through the senses. And if that is taken away, because it changes, and thus impermanent, and therefore unreal, then what is left? What is left? a person was peeling the onion, first that very loose skin took out. This is not onion. Then underneath, as was looking at it, this also just is a skin. Take it out. Then inside again, oh, this again is skin. Then no onion ultimately was left. Everything was thrown away only as skin. So if we go on transcending like this, nothing will remain. Yeah, a problem is really there, that how to show this reality, that it is, and the scriptures say that it is negation. The method applied is negation, and that more or less every intelligent people understands this. But is there an assertion behind this negation? That becomes a bit complicated question. And therefore, the options that people think of is either all these names, forms, everything that is impermanent, but it is real. It changes, that's all. Let us accept that. It changes, comes and goes, and therefore we don't know what exactly is. But let us accept that this is the reality. Do not look deeper. We are told, don't look deeper, because that is waste of time. You will not find any reality, and you will this what you have. It is, as the saying in English goes, one in hand is better than two in bush. That it is, this is now, this world is in your hands, you see it, you experience it, enjoy it. And don't try to look behind that, because then you will lose this, and there is nothing to find there. So, therefore, do not go after such idea, this world alone. Take it to be real. There are problems with it, okay. But think of the better things. Do not worry about the problems. So, the inquiry gets scuttled there. That inquiry, don't go further with the inquiry. That is what one solution offered by so-called practical people. That don't be philosophical. It is no use. Be practical. That it is, if you feel that it is this, life comes and goes, okay. But as long as it is there, make best use of it, enjoy this world more and more. If you feel fall sick, don't worry, there are doctors, they also have to live, so go to them. Then, if you feel depressed, go to psychologists, they also need to live, go to them. And then, in spite of all that, you are going to die, okay, that's fine. But don't look, try to look beyond, because there is nothing beyond. This is materialism. In the crude form that in India they used to preach. Not that materialism is only Western thing. In India also there was a very crude materialism that had been preached for thousands of years. Those people were called Charvaks. And they said, don't bother your heads with what happens after death and all that. Useless exercise. Enjoy here. That yavat jivet sukham jivet rinam kritva ghritam pibet. That was probably the beginning of the credit card expense. Get credit and spend. That is, that don't worry about repaying. Keep on getting loans and keep on spending, enjoying. After you are dead, everything is gone. So who is going to then come and tell you, give back me my money? All is gone. Don't worry about it. So this idea that therefore do not probe. Human mind cannot accept this idea because it is our nature to probe deeper, to find out the truth. That is why we have the, analytical sciences to look into the deeper things of life. And so when we see, then we get shocked that what we call really pleasures, they were other names of misery. What we call love was the obverse, reverse side of hatred. What we call really life is a march to death. And then what is reality behind it? Is there something? Yes, there is something that is real. One has to hold on to it. In Christianity, there had been many mystics who have spoken about this inner reality that transcends, goes beyond all that is negation. So, I am quoting from Meister Eckhart. Meister Eckhart, I love the study of Meister Eckhart. He was condemned by some traditional these Christians of that time, about 13th and 14th century. So, but his writing is very much Christian writing, and yet, here you see the unity of all different religions, that as Sri Ramakrishna preached, that all religions ultimately come to the same truth. So, he says that here, this soul, and I am quoting from his translation by Welsh, page 320. So, complete works of Meister Eckhart. So, the soul in herself, as she is above body, is so pure and delicate that she receives nothing but pure naked Godhead. And yet God cannot enter there unless he has been stripped of all the additions. Therefore, she was answered, one God, that nothing else exists, but God alone exists. Meister Eckhart, as well as we will see Kabbalists, they explain this first, these commandment, that there is only one God. They say there is a period there. There is only one period. God is name of that one. There is only one. All the multiplicity that you see, it is not real. So, and he quotes here Saint Paul. Paul says, one God, one is something purer than goodness or truth. And he mentions here one with capital O, one. That is not a numerical one, but the one which includes all multiplicity. Goodness and truth do not add anything, but they add in thought, and when it is thought, something is added. One adds nothing, where he is himself before flowing forth into the Son and the Holy Ghost. Therefore, he says, friend, draw up higher. A master says, one is the negation of the negation. That is where I took the title of today's talk from. That one is the negation of negations. It is, when it is said it is one, then multiplicity is negated. But if you think therefore that nothing is there, no. That negation of that negation is therefore that one is. That is the isness. So, this one is. It is, therefore, one is a negation of the negation. All creatures have a negation in themselves. One negates by not being the other. An angel negates by not being another. Yes, like you can see this by negation, like Yogatmananda is a negation of, say, being Vishwanath. Vishwanath is different, Yogatmananda is different. So, Yogatmananda's isness negates that it is not, I am not speaking of Vishwanath's presence. So, the shapes, they are limited, and therefore one becomes the negation of other. But the one, there is no negation of it, because it does not negate anything. It does not have anything other than it. So, this is exactly what in Brihadaranyaka Upanishad, the sage Yajnavalkya is telling his wife, who felt very confused, Maitreyi, after listening to Yajnavalkya's advice or the teachings, that look, everything this here that you see just disappears. Then she said, well, I'm feeling scared and confused. That means everything is gone. He says, no, don't feel confused or scared. The removal of all this, that which does not exist, then that which remains is the reality. That is the essence of all that is unreal. So, this is how the teachers have to use the language. But therefore, Master Eckhart says that you have to raise yourself higher, become purer, and thus when your intent becomes freed from running after all these shapes, then you will be able to see the truth. It is because of our impurity, means we want to, run after different appearances. And thus what happens is we miss that which is the essence behind all these appearances. Appearances means they appear and disappear. They are not real, like what one sees in dream. So that is why they and let me continue from Meister Eckhart. God negates the negation. He is one and negates all else. Why do we not see God? Because we see this real, this real, this real, this real, this is what I want to do, this is I want to do. Our Mayuk thinks I am real, that my ball that I brought, that also is real, and I want to do this, all those things, they are real. And therefore, the reality is missed in this effort, because all the illusory things are being thought as real. So when if God is real, the meaning is that all that is impermanent is not real. We see this thought in Kabbalah as well. This is a very nice book by Daniel C. Matt. And here there are so many things that I could quote about it, but this is very important something, that the essence of divinity is found in every single thing. Nothing but it exists. Since it causes everything to be, no thing can live by anything else. It enlivens them. Its existence exists in each existent. In each existent. Think, the analogy that is given in Upanishads, that you have, say, pots, earthen pots, made of this earth. Now, I see the pots, I don't see that there is clay or earth. This is clay I can see, but I don't know what is earth. Oh well, that is the earth that expresses through all these pots. If you take it away, no pot has any existence. So that is the Godhead. That is appearing as all these shapes. Like what is the pot? The clay given shape. Take out the clay, there is no pot. So the God given appearing in all these shapes. Now problem with the shapes is shapes are temporary something, and they change. But what remains in spite of that survives. So this is the idea that is told here. Do not attribute duality to God. And this is not Vedanta, this is Kabbalah. So, do not attribute duality to God. Let God be solely God. The word solely is very important. Solely God. That soul means single entity, nothing else. Let God be solely God, not I and God. That means that gets limited. It is for the purpose of meditation and worship and thing, it's all right. But let us not think there is me apart from God. Then God separate, I separate. Then that becomes, is the clay separate and pot separate? No. The clay is seen in all those clay pots. So similarly, God is seen as everything here. So I continue the quote. If you suppose Ein Sof emanates until a certain point, and that from that point on it is outside of it, you have dualized. God forbid. Realize rather that Ein Sof means that is what we call in Vedanta Brahman, or Christians as the God. It is one alone, a Hebrew word, that the one. It is, so the one is alone. Ein Sof exists in each existent. Do not say this is a stone and not God. This is staying like, this is a pot and not clay. No, it is God forbid. Rather, all existence is God, and the stone is a thing pervaded by divinity. It pervades everything. So, before anything emanated, there was only Ein Sof. Ein Sof was all that existed. Similarly, after it brought into being that which exists, there is nothing but it. So this is how you see the non-duality. In Brihadaranyaka Upanishad, you read this great statement of Vedanta, which in various forms gets repeated. Neti, neti. That answer given, that what is these different things? Neti, neti, not this, not this. Means what you are looking for, you are looking at the attributes. It doesn't have any attribute, but that which expresses itself through these attributes, that is being pointed out there. Shankara in his commentary on this is in the second chapter, second volume, third chapter, and then verses 1 to 6, this idea is expressed there, that neti, neti, not this, not this. Means what? One Swami very nicely told me, why it is said twice, not this, not this. The reason is that first, not this, means all these forms and all, they are negated. But then, if you feel that nothing exists, nothing is there, that also is negated by the second neti. That also is not true. The reality is there. That cannot be negated. After everything is negated, that which cannot be negated is the reality. So it is, this has been, so many sages have expressed this. Ramana Maharshi had very beautifully told about this through question and answers. That one question was asked to him, that conceding that the aham vritti, because Ramana Maharshi was talking about this feeling of I always comes there. I cannot be negated. So, but this questioner is very, adept at logically, arguing things. So he takes it up and asks this question. But this aham, this I is also a form of ego. Why should that vritti, means that vibration alone, be chosen as the means of self-inquiry? There is a hidden point in this question. The hidden point is, why think of this self-inquiry alone? And we can say this point can be, this chair can be the point of inquiry. Why take up this I, the Atman? Let us inquire about the chair. Let us inquire about whatever, White House, or why take up the Atman? And Ramana Maharshi explains, because it is the one irreducible datum of your experience. You will see it in Kathopanishad also, this idea, in many places, that it is because seeking its source is the only practicable course you can adopt to realize the self. The ego is said to have a causal body, the state of the individual, I in deep sleep. But how can you make it the subject of your investigation? When the ego adopts that form, you are immersed in the darkness of sleep. So, this is, you cannot, ego is a vibration of mind that comes and goes. But this self which causes all that, that never goes. There is a beautiful hymn of Shankaracharya that encapsulates many beautiful ideas of Vedanta that is called Dakshinamurti Stotram. And there he says that Balyadishvapi jagradadishu tatha sarvasvavasthasvapi vyavritta svanuvartamanamahamiti antasphurantam sada. That there are these different states like childhood, youth, old age, and the other types of states like waking, dreaming and sleeping. In all these, what does not vitiate or change? Think of that. And this is a very good method of, analysis and synthesis. That transcendence and immanence. That, see, in the state of waking, it negates the state of dreaming. And then both of them negate the state of deep sleep. Similarly, each of them negate the other state. A state of, say, childhood is different from the state of old age. But in all these, what does not change? The I was a little child. Then I became a youthful person, very energetic. Then I became old. Now childhood changed into youth changed into old age. What did not change? I. That is the negation of negation. And these external forms change. The sleeping. I was dreaming, you may say, when somebody asks you, hey, why did you scream? Because that probably the fellow was seeing a big tiger chasing in the dream. So scream, ah! It is. Now, when wake up, hey, why did you scream? Oh, I was dreaming a horrible dream. It was such a nightmare, and you explain the tiger was just about to pounce on me, and then with that fear I screamed. But one thing remains. It was I who was in dream, and now the same I, am telling you it in the waking state. Not that somebody else dreamt. Nobody has such an idea. It was dream of somebody. No. There is this constancy of I permeates in and through everything. That cannot be negated. As Shankaracharya says, to negate the I also you need an I. Who is negating it? It is the essence of the one who wants to negate. That also is I. Ibn Arabi, was a great Sufi writer, Sufi saint. Wonderful teachings. In fact, many say that the emergence of Kabbalah is from Ibn Arabi, the Sufi saint. So, anyway, that is not very verifiable, but Ibn Arabi has given the similar statement that we read in Kabbalah, that he says, he is the first without anything before him, and he is the last thing without anything after him. He is known through all that appears. He is in all the forms and images. Allah is the meaning of before and meaning of before the before and after the after. Allah is the name given to this state, before the before, and after the after. Look at, that this is something that one has to sense. There is no grammatical meaning to this word. What is the after the after? It is the idea is that when these all forms are gone, what remains? And that what it was all created before that. Like some people ask the question, what was before Big Bang? Naturally, science cannot answer this question. It is not in the realm of science. But the question keeps on coming. The point is, can we stop the question? No. What was before all this? That one, that which is the negation of negation, that alone was, is, that never changes. It is in Aitareya Upanishad, there is the statement, the first verse in Aitareya Upanishad. In the beginning there was Atman alone, Atma eva idam agra asit. So now the word, the asit is used. So therefore, those who feel that the world is created from the one, immediately pounced on this word, said that, oh, that means earlier it was one. Now it has become many, isn't it? Shankaracharya in the commentary says, no, it is only because of knowledge and ignorance. Like the same reality, when you look at it, call it by the name ocean, it is one. The same reality by the word waves is infinitely many. So that reality, not Atman alone, was, is, and will be. It is something beyond time. But in ignorance we see many, and therefore this word asit, a past tense, was used there. So this is thus, God cannot be negated. He is our very self. This idea you will see as the root cause of all religions. Swami Vivekananda giving these in Jnana Yoga, I got it with me, but I don't have the time to go through all the quote. But it is the very important thought that everything is all Maya, nothing is real. All our efforts, they are useless. All that ideas that we have, they have their contradictions. Everything is caught in this Maya. Then is there no hope? He says, no, if you look closely, you will hear this voice that tells you, here I am, I am, I am, antaspurantam sada. Like you see a movie, all the pictures there, they are coming and going. We are absorbed in the movie, and then, we see everything is, movie starts, movie ends, finished. Nothing of that was real, just a story. But if you look while the movie is on a little more closely, there is this screen. The screen was in every single object that was there, you were seeing. And before the movie began, it was there. After the movie is over, it still is there. It cannot be negated. it has no negation of it. So therefore, this God is the negation of all negation. You can call it by the word self or Atman, but that is. So let us try to feel that and try to hold on to that one which appears as all these many. Thank you, friends. Anybody has any questions? Hey, upstairs, is there any question? Upstairs means web questions, you know. It is.
Yes, Maharaj.
Okay.
There are two questions.
Okay.
First question from Absolute.
Oh, hello, Absolute. He likes relative answers, although name is Absolute.
How to live without being affected by chattering in mind of thoughts, ideas, desires, while living freely, using the intellect flexibly, while being established in wisdom without being affected by sanskar.
One has to see that in the movie and the pictures, they come and go, but none of the picture actually affects the screen. You can see lot of torrential rains in the movie. The screen doesn't get wet. You may see a big inferno there. The screen doesn't get burned. So one has to practice telling this to oneself constantly, that all these things come and go, they are not real, they do not affect me. Don't go to run after them because then you get caught. It is very important to just see them coming and going. And if you know that they are just coming and going, they are not real, you won't go to catch them. You go to catch them only when you know that it is real. Therefore, when you see the movie, if you see fire in the movie, you do not take out your phone and dial the fire service. You don't dial 911. Do you dial, Punita? No, nobody, you know, because you know that it is not real. It is just show. So this world, do not go after anything because it is unreal. And then you see that you are untouched by it. Otherwise, there is no hope. One of the Swamis gave a nice answer, to a similar question, that it is like this, that there is, you get so many spam and spoofing emails. They tell you, okay, that this is all that you need, just click this attachment, open this, and you should be wise not to open the attachment. If you want your bank balance to still remain there. It is, so they prompt you to click the attachment. Sometimes their language is so very nice, attractive. Oh yes, we have been, trying to get the items that you ordered. Finally, it has been all shipped. Just click here to get the shipping details. If you ship, if you click there, you are gone. What is this clicking? If you don't click, you are safe. that email is not going to hurt you. But if you click, that is what you are going after, the object. That is clicking. Then that object grabs you. Yeah. And then you see, no escape, gone. Oh, I want this. That is clicking. And then you are caught by that. So therefore, to remain unattached, just the idea is don't click on anything. Do not try to get anything of these things. They are just forms that come and go. They will appear. But till you click it, you are safe. Like those emails don't hurt you till you click the attachment. I tell that joke many times that in a monastery, a newcomer asked the pontiff, are we novice allowed to use emails? And the pontiff very gravely answered, yes, but without attachment. So it is, if you get attached, what it means is you get caught. If you want to get attached, then get attached to the one, that which cannot be negated. Thank you. Any other question?
Yes, more question. This is from Vesh Dattaram Rajashirke.
Yes.
Swami, it's been few weeks that I sleep while chanting Lalita's names. Yesterday in my dream, I saw Nandi, calm and majestic, walking with me. What does it signify? When I was in dream, I was aware of Advaita when I met the Nandi.
I cannot tell you, no. It is, I am sorry that it is, I don't have much entry into your dream. Usually not even in my dream, what to speak of entering into your dream and telling the meaning of it. Sorry, brother, but I have no, no answer to this question. Any other question?
There is one more question, just Charlie typed it. How am I supposed to avoid clicking on attachments when I can't meditate or do japa too well? What else is there to do?
Well, both these things, don't say I can't. If you say I can't do japa, I can't do meditation, you are making a prophecy, self-fulfilling prophecy. So naturally you can't do meditation means you won't do meditation. I can't do japa means that you will not do it because you can't do it. So therefore change it to I can do. Just as you can wipe your nose, can you say, no, I cannot wipe my nose? That is also possible if your fingers are paralyzed, hand is paralyzed. But don't say I cannot meditate. This question was asked because of meditation. Otherwise you would not have been able to ask this question also. So you can meditate, you can think, you can take the name of God, and thus if you can do it, you don't have to click on those attachments. And know this, as Bhagavad Gita says, know the hazards of doing it. By looking at, like you see the hazards of doing it, oh, I have got flu, I should not mix with other people. You see the hazards of that, and so you don't go out. But similarly see the hazards of clicking on the attachment. You are getting grabbed. You are being robbed. It is, so avoid it. I also, although telling you all these things, once I also was robbed by such emails, So it is, one should learn this by looking at the drawbacks. Bhagavad Gita says, Janma Mrityu Jara Vyadhi Dukkha Doshanudarshanam. See what happens if you click on the attachment. Then this transmigration, being born, going to death, again being born, then you have to suffer the old age, you have to suffer all the sufferings in this world because of the attachment. Know those things, that you will be put to terrible sufferings. Then you will certainly not go for that. When you see the results, you will not go for that. So exactly like that, you should do. It is, you see, why you don't like to, come out walking on the icy surface. Roads are icy. Then you don't come out walking. Oh, it is because you know the hazard. I will fall, and the number of bones in my body will increase thereby. So therefore, you don't go to do that. So this is also one should tell oneself, and thus don't go to do that. Thank you very much. So coming week, the programs will be more or less similar. The next Sunday, one of our wonderful devotees, Teresa Guerra, she recently had very nice pilgrimage, which very feelingfully she went to all these places, and I requested her to give us a very good narration of how her experiences were. The first is on coming Sunday, 18th, my pilgrimage of Holy Mother's footprints in South India. So that is the coming weeks. The week after that, she will also be speaking in the City of Gods about her travels in Varanasi and so forth. So it is the other programs. Tuesday talks on Gospel of Sri Ramakrishna would go as usual, but mostly I think very few people will turn up on that day, because it is supposed to be a very snowy day. The day-long snow will be falling. So, but we will try to, as we do always, webcast. Somebody will be there to do the webcasting. So we will have the class, but mostly people will be attending it on web. If by chance the snow doesn't come, it happens sometimes that the snow is announced but doesn't come. So if it doesn't come, of course everybody is welcome to join in person. On Friday, there will be the regular stories from Bhagavatam class will not be there. There will be the representation of the first class on stories on Srimad Bhagavatam. We had finished 155 classes. So mostly people have forgotten what was the first class. It is first class which gives the theme behind the story and all that. That will be represented on Friday at 7:30 p.m. Every day the prayers, meditations, early morning and evening continues to happen. You are all welcome to join. I'll chant the closing prayers. After that there will be Arati. Today is the holy birthday of Swami Brahmananda. So there will be a special song and some biography reading. After that, there will be the regular soup supper. You are invited to join all this. May the Divine, who is Father in heaven of the Christians, Holy One of the Jewish faith, Allah of the Muslims, Buddha of the Buddhists, Tao of the Taoists, Great Spirit of the Native Americans, Ahur Mazda of the Zoroastrians, and Brahman of the Hindus, lead us from the unreal to the real, from darkness to light, from death to immortality. May the all-loving being manifest himself unto us and grant us abiding understanding and all-consuming divine love. Peace, peace, peace be unto all.
Renouncer of all lust and lucre, therefore you were always burning sensual life. Lord of monks, you are the best of men. Lord of monks, you are the best of men. Grant to us pure love for you. You're fearless and you're free from doubting, with your mind very firmly resolved. Causeless refuge of your devotees, causeless refuge of your devotees, renouncing caste and birth. Our treasure is your holy feet, which take us very soon across this puddle of life. You give love and even sightedness. You give love and even sightedness, to remove our anguish here. Our treasure is your holy feet, which take us very soon across this puddle of life. You give love and even sightedness. You give love and even sightedness, to remove our anguish here. Greetings to you, O Lord, beyond both speech and mind. Greetings to you, O Lord, beyond both speech and mind. Yet you are the basis of both. O Lord, yet you are the basis of both. Great light of all lights, blazing in the heart's cave. Great light of all lights, blazing in the heart's cave. Darkness is destroyed by your light. O Lord, darkness is destroyed by your light. Greetings to you, O Lord, beyond both speech and mind. Greetings to you, O Lord, beyond both speech and mind. Yet you are the basis of both. O Lord, yet you are the basis of both. Great light of all lights, blazing in the heart's cave. Great light of all lights, blazing in the heart's cave. Darkness is destroyed by your light. O Lord, darkness is destroyed by your light. Langa, ranga, bhanga, these are all the sounds of mridanga. Langa, ranga, bhanga, these are all the sounds of mridanga. Spiritual songs devotees are singing for your worship divine. Spiritual songs devotees are singing for your worship divine. Jaya Jaya for your worship divine. Hara Hara for your worship divine. Shiva Shiva for your worship divine. Breaker of all our worldly bondage and adored by all, we adore you too. Jai Shri Guru Maharaj Ji Ki Jai. gracious and blessed, graciousness sublime, all noble ends you give to us, granting us refuge, all-seeing God. O Mother Divine, our love to you. Creation, preservation, dissolution are your powers, eternal one. Nature's real basis, nature's essence. O Mother Divine, our love to you. We come seeking refuge from anguish. Be our Savior through your deep concern. All our suffering remove, Goddess. O Mother Divine, our love to you. Victory, O Mother Divine, our love to you. Blessed Mother Divine, our love to you. Blessed Mother Divine, our love to you. Blessed Mother Divine, our love to you. Jai Shri Ram Krishna Dev Ki Jai. Jai Shri Sarda Devi Ki Jai. Jai Shri Swami Vivekananda Ki Jai. Jai Shri Buddhadev Ki Jai. Jai Shri Jesus Christ Ki Jai. Jai Shri Swami Brahmananda Ki Jai. Who has the clicker? So now we'll sing the Sri Ramakrishna Parshadavanda anniversary of Swami Brahmananda. So we'll repeat his name twice as we sing along. জয় জয় রাম কৃষ্ণ ভুবন মঙ্গল জয় জয় রাম কৃষ্ণ ভুবন মঙ্গল জয় মাতা শ্যামা সুতা অতি নিরমাল জয় জয় রাম কৃষ্ণ ভুবন মঙ্গল জয় বিবেক আনন্দ পরম দয়াল প্রভুর মানস সুত জয় শ্রী রাখাল রিপিট প্রভুর মানস সুত জয় শ্রী রাখাল জয় 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 শ্রী নন্দ লীলা সহচর যোগী যোগানন্দ জয় নিত্য নিরঞ্জন জয় শশী গুরুপদে গত তনুমান জয় জয় রাম কৃষ্ণ ভুবন মঙ্গল সেবা পর যোগী বর অদ্ভুত আনন্দ অভেদ আনন্দ জয় গত মহবন্ধ যোগরত ত্যাগ ব্রত তুরীয় অখ্যাত শরত সুধীর শান্ত যেন গণনাথ জীবে শিব সেবা ব্রত গঙ্গাধর বীর জয় শ্রী বিজ্ঞানানন্দ প্রশান্ত গম্ভীর প্রধান গোপাল মাতৃ সেবা পরায়ণ শারদা শারদা পদে গত প্রাণ মান জয় জয় রাম কৃষ্ণ ভুবন মঙ্গল বালক চরিত্র জয় সুবোধ সরল নাগবার ত্যাগ বীর বিবেক সম্বল কথামৃত বরিশান গৌর জলধর গিরিশ ভৈরব জয় বিশ্বাস আকার রাম কৃষ্ণ দাস দাস জয় সবাকার রাম কৃষ্ণ লীলা স্থান জয় বারম্বার রাম কৃষ্ণ নাম জয় শ্রবণ মঙ্গল ভকত বাঞ্ছিত জয় চরণ কমল Jayo Jayo Rama Krishna Bhuvana Mangala. Jaya Jaya Rama Krishna Bhuvana Mangala. A short biographical sketch of Swami Brahmananda. Today is Swami Brahmananda's birth anniversary. Birth name Rakhal Chandra Ghosh. Monastic name meaning one who is identified with the bliss of Brahman. Birthplace Shukra Kulingram, 36 miles northeast of Kolkata. Birth date January 21st, 1863. According to lunar calendar, the second day after new moon of the month of Magh. Education 12 years at Training Academy, then Metropolitan School. Hobbies and interests sports, gardening, fishing, devotional singing. Religious influence Brahmo Samaj. First meeting with Sri Ramakrishna, June or July of 1881, via brother-in-law Manamohan Mitra. Rakhal's family was well-to-do. His father was a wealthy landlord and also made money trading salts and seeds. His mother was a devotee of Krishna, so named her son Rakhal, the favorite cowherd playmate of Krishna. She died 5 years later, giving birth to quadruplets. Rakhal was a strong, energetic, yet quiet and contemplative youth. He met Narendra, who later was Swami Vivekananda, in school, became close friends, and joined the Brahmo Samaj. His father became concerned about his religious involvement and arranged for marriage. Thus, at 18, he was married to Vishweshwari, aged 11. It was her brother Manamohan Mitra, a devotee of Sri Ramakrishna, who later brought Rakhal to meet Sri Ramakrishna. In earlier years, Sri Ramakrishna was distraught when he had a vision of his having a son. Divine Mother appeared and reassured him that the son was a spiritual son and would come to him. When he saw Rakhal that day in 1881, Sri Ramakrishna recognized him immediately as that spiritual son. He also knew that Rakhal had been a cowherd playmate of Krishna, so forbade anyone to mention that or to bring him to Gaya, as he might become inclined to give up his body to rejoin Krishna. Rakhal's father locked him away when he realized Rakhal was spending too much time at Dakshineshwar and not with his wife and family. Rakhal ran away one day while his father was busy with a lawsuit. He won a lawsuit that was considered practically impossible to win. He felt that this was due to his son's virtue or to Sri Ramakrishna's grace, so he went to meet them. Rakhal was afraid when he saw his father from a distance, thinking he would be forced to go home. He merely asked Sri Ramakrishna that Rakhal be allowed to return home to visit occasionally. Rakhal's devotion grew rapidly under the inspiring guidance of Sri Ramakrishna. His earlier views about divine form changed too. Narendra once scolded Rakhal when he saw him bow down at the Kali temple. Bowing to idols was against the Brahma Samaj creed. Sri Ramakrishna merely stated, now he belongs to the school of personal God. If Rakhal hears of the impersonal God, he leaves the room. Narendra then understood that they each had individual paths under the same reality. Sri Ramakrishna and Rakhal had a mother-child relationship. In front of other disciples, Sri Ramakrishna, as the mother figure, would feed him, play with him, and also scold him. Rakhal, as the young son, told Sri Ramakrishna everything like a real child would to his mother, and was extremely jealous of attention given to other disciples. Sri Ramakrishna also initiated Rakhal into the path of Shakti, as well as teaching various other disciplines. Once he told a small fib, and Sri Ramakrishna told him never to fib again, even in jest. He said, "Truthfulness alone is the one spiritual discipline to follow during the Kali Yuga age." Rakhal was recognized as an Ishwar Koti, godlike, a Nitya Siddha, ever perfect, and as a former companion to Krishna. In 1884, Sri Ramakrishna told M that Rakhal was having such high experiences that he couldn't care for himself, never mind tending to all of Sri Ramakrishna's needs. He was also concerned about his jealousy of new devotees. Rakhal had become ill at this time and was sent to Vrindavan to recuperate. When he returned, meeting newer devotees, he finally saw that Sri Ramakrishna's love was equal for all and everyone, not just for him, and the jealousy left him. By now, Rakhal was living at home with wife and son and in-laws, but refused all job vocation. Sri Ramakrishna told others no fear was to be had about this householder-like situation, as Rakhal was like a mudfish, which lives in the mud, but no mud stays on its body. His mother-in-law understood his devotion and said it would be a blessing if Rakhal became a monk. In 1885, he returned to Kashipur to tend to Sri Ramakrishna during his illness, along with other devotees. Sri Ramakrishna once told Vivekananda that Rakhal was a leader of a kingdom, and Swami Vivekananda understood the comment. Rakhal became Raja to everyone, and in later years, Maharaj. After Sri Ramakrishna left his mortal frame, Rakhal cut all ties with his wife, son, and family. He became Swami Brahmananda and went to pilgrimage from 1888 to 1893, traveling with Swami Sardanand as occasional assistant. He spent 6 days in Samadhi in Omkarnath. He said, "The spiritual life only begins after Nirvikalpa Samadhi." In 1890, he spent 6 weeks with Swami Vivekananda and brother disciples in Kankhal. The agony of separation from Sri Ramakrishna resulted in a vow of self-surrender to sit alone and accept only what anyone would place in front of him. One day, some food was placed in front of him. Later, someone placed a blanket in front of him and walked away. Soon after, a thief came and took the blanket. Swami Brahmananda smiled and took it all in as a play of Maya. Temptation played a role. Queen of Bharatpur was impressed by him and offered sweets. When he opened one of the sweets, there was gold coin in it. He told Swami Turiyananda, and they got up and left. During this time, his wife lived as a nun, raising their son. She died in 1891. Their son was raised by an uncle and helped by Rakhal's father. In 1895, this son had a serious chest injury from a fall and died at the age of 10. Swami Brahmananda's father also passed away soon after. Swami Brahmananda remained calm, poised, and unperturbed through these occurrences. In May 1897, Swamis Vivekanand, Brahmanand, and others formally founded the Ramakrishna Mission. Swami Vivekananda became president, was the leader, and handled the accounts and monastery's diary. Swami Brahmananda was vice president. Swami Vivekananda's friend, guide, philosopher, and handled monastery supervision and spiritual instruction. In 1900, Swami Vivekananda gave up his post for Swami Brahmananda to become president of the order, which he did for the next 2 decades. Swami Brahmananda cried like a baby when Swami Vivekananda met his death. Swami Vivekananda had dictated 24 rules for all disciples and brahmacharis to follow. Swami Brahmananda said to add more love, attention, and devotion to help others to reach the goal. He could see a person's character at a glance and exhibited common sense, strong unselfish love, unbounded compassion, and Sri Ramakrishna's life experience through himself as a guide to the mission. In 1909, he inaugurated the R.K. Ramakrishna Ashrama in Bangalore and gave his only public speech there. He established a monastery in East Bengal in Dhaka, 1916, in Puri at Chakratirtha in 1916, and in Bhubaneswar to honor Shiva in 1917. He visited here often for health reasons. He would stay at Belur Mutt between travels and supervise the fruit and vegetable gardens, tend to trees, and keep watch over the dairy. He would see the worship of the cosmic God in all gardens as he walked. He wanted to erase ego and establish humility, dressed nicely, looking dignified on the way to visit Lord Vishwanath Temple. He approached a temple sweeper, gave him a coin, took the broom, and swept and cleaned the courtyard for a few hours. He relayed, "I got so much joy, my heart was full. There is an inexpressible joy in humility. I love more joy cleaning the temple than in visiting the deity." He was a friend to the lowly, the fallen, the dejected. He loved children, and his own childlike behavior would come out around them. He loved word games, like teasing with rhyming. He was fearless, once facing a leopard until it turned away, and once in elder years he faced a running bull till it stopped, shook its horns, and backed off. In 1921, he began setting organizational affairs of the order. His teachings are published as A Guide to Spiritual Life, a Vedantin classic. He compiled and translated the words of the Master. Earlier, he suffered from malaria, typhoid, fever, and diabetes, and later, in March of 1921, he contracted cholera. All traditional and new treatments were ineffective. He wished for the air and water of Bhubaneswar. He saw Krishna come to hold his hand and then knew his history. Swami Brahmananda smiled, breathed at last, and gave up his body in April 10, 1922. Sayings of Swami Brahmananda. Japam may appear monotonous and mechanical when not accompanied by meditation. If one persists, the monotony will break and the presence of God will be felt. Through Japam, an inner joy and sweetness will arise, which will help the aspirant devotee himself more and more to presence of God. The key to knowledge of Brahman is in the Divine Mother's keeping. There is no way of communing with Brahman until Mother graciously unlocks the door. I will give you knowledge in one sentence. Read the Gospel of Sri Ramakrishna regularly every day. That is enough. You will find in this book the truth of all religions. Both forced silence and wild indulgence in talk are equally harmful. Check the wanderings of your mind, avoid unnecessary talk, and keep your mind on Him who is silence. Forcibly restraining your speech brings evil effects. It is easy to obtain occult power, but difficult to acquire purity of mind. It is this purity of mind that really matters. Never lose faith in yourself. The Lord will do everything for you. Have faith in Him. Repeat His name. He will reveal the truth to you. Don't be restless. Have patience and go on struggling. Struggle and you will surely reach reality. Don't waste precious time in speculations. Strive a little and your eyes will open to His grace. There is no greater guru than your own mind. When the mind has been purified through prayer and contemplation, it will direct you from within. Even in your daily duties, this inner guru will guide you. It helps you like this until the goal is reached. Work and worship must go hand in hand. It is very good if one can devote oneself entirely to spiritual practice. How many can do that? Two types of men can sit still without work. One is the idiot who is too dull to be active. The other is the saint who has gone beyond all activity. Work is a means to reach meditation. Instead of working for yourself, work for the Lord. Know you are worshipping the Lord through your work. If you can work like this, the work will not bind you. It will make you better physically, intellectually, morally, spiritually. Salutations to Swami Brahmananda.